Hi everyone, welcome to Korean Express YouTube channel. So here comes the part 5 of our video series in which we are learning about two very important Korean particles, e and eso. They are popularly known as the Korean time and location particles. So without wasting any time, let's start. Okay. We have already learned how to use the particles a and so as time and location particles in the Korean language. In the past 4 videos of this series, we have learned this, the usage of these two particles as time and location particles. In the first part, I introduced you all to the Korean particle a being used as a time particle in Korean language. Then in the second part, we learned the usage of a as a location particle. Next, in the third part, we learned how to use eso as a time particle in Korean sentences. And then in the fourth part, we learned the usage of eso being used as a location particle. Okay, so this much is clear. If you have not watched these 4 parts yet, then you can go and watch them on Korean Express YouTube channel. Now in this 5th part, let's discuss the differences between these two particles. We'll explore how to decide when to use which particle. Why? Because sometimes it becomes very confusing to determine the appropriate particle for a particular situation. Okay, this happens with these two particles very much. A and eso. They are quite similar in usage. Okay, both of them are used as time and location particles. So you have to decide when you have to use a and when you have to use eso. It becomes confusing. So although we have already learned their usage, but I felt that there is a need for such a video where we can compile both of their usage together and then compare them simultaneously. Okay. So in this part, we are going to focus on the differences between these two particles. Okay, so now let's start with the difference number 1. This difference occurs when a and eso, they are being used as time particles. Okay, so talking about a, when used as a time particle, a follows the time related nouns and it marks the specific time at which an action occurs. Okay, so in general words, a is used to mark, to denote the specific time of an action. Very simple. And when we talk about eso, it is used to indicate the time at which something starts, which is translated to from in English. Okay. So eso indicates the time at which something starts. It is the starting time basically. Okay, so this is the difference. A indicates the specific time and eso indicates the starting time, the time at which something starts, and therefore it translates to from in English. Okay, we say from 7 o'clock, from 9:30 a.m. So that from, that is eso in Korean language. Okay, now let's look at these two examples to compare these two particles. Look at the sentence, I will sleep at 3 o'clock. In Korean, it will be 저는 3시에 잘 거예요. Now, here we have used the particle 에. Why? Because in this sentence, we are indicating a specific time at 3 o'clock, specific time, right? So therefore, we have used the particle e after the time noun. Here the time noun is 3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock in Korean is 3시. Alright? Okay, next sentence is I will sleep from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. In Korean it is 저는 3시에서 5시까지 잘 거예요. Here, there is a starting time from 3 o'clock and then there is a ending time, the time at which a particular action ends. that is 5 o'clock. Now we have already learned the particle that is used to indicate the time at which something starts, eso. So eso is used to indicate the time at which sleep begins, okay, in general words. So it is se eso. And to denote the time at which something ends, we use the particle kachi. I already introduced you all to this particle in the video where we learned the usage of eso as a time particle. Okay, so you can learn about this particle in detail by watching that video. So to denote the ending time of a particular action, we used kachi, thashasi kachi. Alright, so this is how it works: specific time, starting time. Okay, this was difference number 1. Now let's move ahead and see what is the second difference between these two particles. Now the second difference arises when a and eso, they are used as location particles. Now when talking about a, whenever you use it as a location particle, then it indicates the location of something or someone, which means where something or someone is present, was present, or will be present. A indicates the exact location where something or someone is present. Alright, and when we talk about eso, it is used to indicate the location where a particular action is taking place. Look at the difference. A indicates the location of something or someone. Eso indicates the location of a particular action. Where a particular action is taking place, that location is being indicated by eso. This is the difference between them when they are used as location particles. Now, it could be confusing to some of you, so let's look at the examples. Look at the first example. It says, I am at school. So in Korean, it is 저는 학교에 있어요. Now here I have used the particle 에. Why? Because here we are talking about the location at where the subject of the sentence is present. So the subject is present at school. So therefore we have used the particle 에 to denote the location of someone. Okay. Next example is I study at school. 저는 학교에서 공부해요. Now here we have used eso. Why? Because look at the sentence. Here we are talking about the location at which a particular action of studying is being taking place. So the location is school and the action is study. Therefore, we have used the particle eso to indicate the location, that is a school, where the action, that is studying, is taking place. Okay, this is the difference. Although these two sentences, they look kind of similar, but you have to be precise with their meaning. Okay, next comes difference number 3. Now let's move ahead and see that. Again, it comes when a and eso, they are used as location particles. Okay, now let's look. So first, talking about a, when it is used as a location particle, then it indicates the location where something or someone is going or went or will go. Okay, so a indicates the location where something or someone is going in general words. Okay, now when we talk about eso being used as a location particle, then it indicates the starting location of something or someone, which can be translated to from in English. Okay, now if you remember, we just saw that when eso is used as a time particle, it indicates the starting time. Okay, similarly, when it is used as a location particle, then it indicates the starting location of something or someone, and a indicates the final location where something or someone is going. Okay, so a indicates the heading point. heading location, and eso, it indicates the starting point or the starting location. Okay, A indicates where you are heading to, like I am heading towards the school, then you are going to use A. And if you say I am going from school to my house, then you are going to use eso, okay, to indicate the starting location. Let's look at these examples. Suppose you have to say I go to the bus stop every day. In Korean it is 저는 매일 정류장에 가요. 매일 means every day and bus stop is 정류장. Okay, so I go to the bus stop every day, which means that the person is telling the location at which he or she goes to. Okay, the heading point, that is the bus stop, and therefore we have used the particle A. Next example is the bus departed from the bus stop. 버스는 정류장에서 출발했어요. So here bus stop is 정류장, bus is 버스, and to depart is 출발하다. So in Korean, when you're talking about the past tense, then it is 출발했어요. Okay, so here we are talking about the location from which something or someone starts. Departs or starts means the same thing. Okay, so here the bus departed from the bus stop, and therefore we have used the particle eso to indicate the location from which something or someone starts or departs, that is 정류장 in this case. Okay, so this is the difference between these two particles when used as a location particle in Korean sentences. Alright, so in this video we learned three differences between the Korean particles e and eso. I hope you liked this series. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe Korean Express YouTube channel. Thank you.